Yo, what's going on guys? This video is a breakdown of a game of Sweats that I played. Now, before the game starts, I'll just pause it here because I want to take a minute or so to say this game is a sweat game. It is friendly and it is between friends. This is in no way to demean the players we're playing against or the players that I'm playing with. Every player in this lobby is an absolutely exceptional player and are probably some of the best players currently on Destiny right now. So again, this isn't to demean anyone. It was just a friendly game of Sweats and it happened to be a really good game. So I thought I would do a breakdown of it, and it was good games all around and respect to every player in this lobby. Okay, to get started, it's Pantheon. So in Pantheon, what you generally want to do, whether it's Trials, Sweat Game in Salvage or Skirmish or even Rift, you want to dominate middle because Pantheon's one of those maps, it's fairly symmetrical. So as you can see, my entire team rushed to middle. I get tagged here by a brilliant lightning grenade by Tom Offley, so I need to find some space, which I do. So I start running around to find myself a bit of space, and when I find space, I turn. I pick True Vanguard here, and Tom Offley's just above him, the Titan. He's injured, so I push on that. Now, getting the first pick is important, so that's the first thing I want to go over. Getting the first team wipe in Sweat is always important because it allows you to control the spawns. As you can see, we've kind of got them trapped in their spawn. So what we do is we kind of just play them out in their spawn. So Urbex gets the pick there, he gets the second pick with a snipe there, so all of us begin to collapse on feints over here. We get the kill on him, and straight away we go for the rotation. In Pantheon you're never going to get split spawn, so there's never really a reason to go for it because it's a fairly symmetrical map with two main choke points, which is the waterfall and the cube. Now, as you can see, Urbex gets a pick again. True Vanguard's injured, so I push on that. Howie's coming in right next to me, and he goes for Tom Offley, gets the shotgun melee and gets the kill. Now we start rotating again, but I change it up. So the first thing I said was get picks and get the first team wipe so you can control spawn. The second thing is angles. So I look to the right there to see if I'm in line with Urbex and Howie, which I am. If you look at the angle I've got here, we catch feints at a really bad angle here, as you can see. Me and Urbex and Howie team shot him down. I get injured, so I back off. Howie leads the charge, gets the kill. I push up on True Vanguard. He goes around the corner. I completely read what he's going to do. It's a common thing. Top tier players always do that. They will jump into the air, and as you come charging around, they'll kill you as you come running around. So be careful for that. So the first thing I went over is getting the first team wipe. That's important. It allows you to control the spawns. The second thing is angles. So as you can see here, guys, I'm sticking waterfall, and I'm keeping that same angle. Once I've got the angle, we pick feints again. They're injured, so of course I'm going to push in and collapse. It's a 2v3. I get the triple team wipe there. We begin rotating again. Now a lot of the footage is cut out because it is quite literally us just rotating, and therefore there's no reason to watch all the footage. So as you'll see in a few seconds now, I pop Storm Trance, I kill Tom Offley, I believe, but Faint ends up shotgun mailing me out. He outplays me here, so I skip to another segment. If you look at that angle Howie's at the moment, which again I can't stress, angles is important in Sweat, and you've got to be ready to get those angles. So the first thing we went over is getting the first team wipe, which allows you to control spawns. So controlling spawns is important. Getting the angles for the team shots is also really important, so make sure you're getting them. The third thing is supers. Make sure you're utilizing your supers properly. By that I mean you have shutdown and roaming supers. Shutdown supers would be Nova Bombs, Tethers, Fist of Havocs, i.e. supers that you can shut other things down with. Roaming supers would be things like Storm Trance, Blade Dancer, Gunslinger, and those type of supers, and Sunsinger. Those type of supers would be roaming supers. You want a healthy balance between both. So you want supers that can shut down other people's supers, and you want supers where you can actually rack up points with it as well. Another good thing about roaming supers that everyone should utilize is it's good to pop your roaming super and then use your teammate as bait, so they use their shutdown super on it. So I'll show you a bit later on. I pop my Storm, but I actually make Howie go into the room. Howie runs into the room and he gets Fist of Havoc. I go in and I get the triple down. So you want to utilize your supers. You want to get the first team wipe ideally, but again, if you don't, it's no big deal. Just stay positive and make sure you come back. Positive vibes is major. You want to make sure you're dominating special ammo as well. Dominating special ammo is probably one of the best things you can do. And you know, be comfortable in the subclass that you're playing. If you're not comfortable with a certain subclass, just because it's OP doesn't mean you have to use it. I'm using Warlock right now. I'm pretty trash with it, but I'm trying to get to grips with it because it does have a lot of potential. But I usually run Hunter, as some of you have seen from my other videos. Another thing I want to go over is split spawning. Whereas in Pantheon you won't see split spawning because it's a symmetrical map, in maps like Exodus Blue and Burning Shrine you can definitely go for the split spawns, and it's a, you know, it's the ideal way to rack up points. What you want to do with, well, with any sweat game, what you want to do is you ideally want to be together but not in the same line of sight. So you want to have different angles so they can't kill you all easily with team shots. So you're coming from different angles, but you're ideally looking into the same spot. So as you can see, me, Urbex and Howie are sticking very close together. Urbex is pretty much always going for the first pick, and I'm the one always pushing up on that with Howie right behind me or immediately in front of me. What I'll show you guys now real quick is a segment that I picked up in Blind Watch, which is a perfect example of how to bait supers. Okay guys, so in regards to baiting supers, I will cut into live audio and show you guys exactly what I mean. Yo, go in, Howie. Nice. As you guys can see, a perfect bait of supers there, which allowed me to go in my Storm Trance and rack up a few kills and a few points. So baiting supers is really effective. So to sum up, you want to get the first team wipe so you can control spawns. You want to utilize your angles and your team shots to rack up the most points that you possibly can. You want to utilize your subclasses between a healthy balance of shutdown and roaming supers. You want to dominate special ammo. And a last thing I want to touch upon is you want to make the enemy team feel uncomfortable in the playstyle you're forcing them to adopt. Like these guys were playing against our top players. They don't want to be forced into their spawn to fight us. I hope this helped, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching.